All right, I'm turning this thing on. Okay, we're live, but we're not ready. We're just killing time now.
So y'all go talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, speak amongst yourselves. Is this flopped? Yeah. Yeah, look, it's the wrong way.
Yeah, that's so, and you can reverse that.
Yeah?
Well, you can do it on Zoom. So what it is now, they do a mirror, so when you put your arm up, you don't confuse yourself.
Yeah, well, I won't be, maybe this does it.
I think it's only for us. I think it does it actually the right way for your viewing audience.
Yeah, okay. All right, let me, now, let's see. I'm gonna put this in. See, what we're doing here is, we don't know what we're doing. Oh, look!
Yes, we do. There's a list right there.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Oh, look! Oh, look! All right, somebody needs to, well, I think we're live now, but nobody's let me know.
You want me to let you know?
Sure. Yeah, go to YouTube and see.
Oh, it's YouTube now. It's not
Yeah, it's
Facebook.
YouTube. There's a link.
So for all of those of you watching out here, this is the preview.
Yeah.
This is what you get to see behind the curtain.
So how do I get to it?
I show you this is what musicians do before they play, but you know we don't
You brought
qualify.
me a West Coast style IPA. I'm not going to drink that because
You didn't want a West Coast style IPA?
no, I think I want this
Does
cranberry
Bongos have
lemon
an E in it?
seltzer.
Man,
And
I
is
brought
it
that
$7.99
IPA for you
Dave,
and you
Dave, we're
rejected me.
Dave, I've got it.
Is it flopped or is it the right way around?
It's the other way around.
I'm not on
Oh, wait a
television.
minute, this says Bongos.
Well, that's what you're standing up next to me.
That's right. Okay, let me go over here. Okay, now I'm on television. Now let me come over there and see myself on television.
Hi, Dave.
I'm not on television. Wait a minute.
Man, you're gonna have a hard night. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna, because I don't have it on, I don't have my Wi-Fi here, so I'm just
I can
gonna,
tell you the
you've got, but you've got it on your phone, right?
Oh, well.
I'm gonna text you the link, I'm gonna send it to you, right? Alright.
It's just Bongos at 9 on
Okay,
YouTube?
let me.
Yeah.
With the number 9.
Okay,
Is it the
let
number 9?
me.
Yeah.
Let me just
I guess.
send it to you right now.
It's yeah, the
Ampersand.
presentation is Bongos ampersand 9, but the YouTube channel is Bongos 189 because they wouldn't let me use the @ sign.
Okay.
That's a thing. Look, those of you who've tuned in to be entertained
Oh, Dave.
and are realizing I'm not being entertained at all.
You know, there's a problem here. Not only can you not see yourself when you go to see yourself,
Yeah,
now you're delayed not seeing yourself.
yeah, I know. But Joyce is going to turn her sound down because otherwise it will drive us nuts. So we're almost ready to go. What are you talking about? What's so funny?
She heard. 2 seconds later, she heard Joyce is going to turn her sound down. So then she turned her sound down.
I think that's in tune. It's good enough. Most people in show business, we're almost 6 feet apart. Most people in the show business would get this in here. One of the rules, things you learn as a professional. Stop it, David.
I'm sorry.
Is to turn off your phone. I'm leaving my phone on,
You said
and
the word.
the reason I'm leaving my phone on is so people can call me if they have complaints or requests or like the sound is terrible or we should move one way or another or something. God, it looks so pretty. We're here.
Man, I really love the way that sounds.
Beautiful. Carol, that's because you oiled your head.
Mhm.
The other day, Dave said to me, he said, I oil my head every once in a while. And I misinterpreted completely. And I thought there was some sort of product he had purchased that he was going to recommend to me, to make my head more lustrous and easy to manage. That's not what he meant. He puts oil on the actual calfskin heads of his bongos, and he thinks it makes the tone mellower and more prettier, woodier,
It's got a better, maybe a better ring to it.
better ring to it.
And now the little one has a better clip tone. It's really nice.
So it's nice. Well, these bongos sound really good. I'll tell you what don't sound that good. Those Cajons, cajones, which is there's a very funny YouTube video by a drummer. I should have sent it to you, David, where the guy says how to make your cheap cajon sound great, and he proceeds to tear a cajon apart, glue it all together, cut it into slices so that it's plywood, glue them in a ring, mill it out, and turn it into a really good homemade snare drum. It's cruel.
That's good.
It's terrible.
But
cruel
accurate.
humor.
It might be
Yeah.
cruel, but it's
I have
accurate.
to take my thing off here because I will be doing the singing. Okay.
I will not. So I will save you the, other than when I drink beer, I will save you the pain of having to see my face.
Dave is actually a perfectly reasonable looking human being. Ladies and gentlemen, we're rolling. We are Bongos at 9, all the way from New Orleans, Louisiana. Here in the garden part of beautiful Carrollton Gardens. We're on the vast patio of beautiful Carrollton Gardens. We're both wearing long pants. And I didn't mention this to Dave, but I'll mention it to you, and Dave may understand this too. You know, we've been on this lockdown. We have a lockdown because of a deadly virus that's attacking the entire human species. And as a result, a lot of us, including us, spend a lot of our time at home.
We want to tilt that
Yep.
to the side.
No, this is good. Look how
I'm
nice.
in the middle of the screen. And
What's that?
You're way off to the side, and I'm in the middle.
Yeah, it's wabi-sabi.
What?
Asymmetry.
Oh.
I weigh more, so I'm off over there. See how that works? See how that looks? I think it looks better. If you're
Feng shui?
if you're somebody who knows me or anybody else who's here, feel free. Once again, if you feel that is right and we should move the camera, give us a call. Give us a call.
Phone lines are open.
The phone lines are open. Dave has walked away. That's because he's getting a beer. Also, there's cheese and crackers. I was going to tell you something before we started. Oh, the long pants. So the only time I put on long pants is when we're going to do one of these things, often with John Pult or at the neutral ground with John Pult or with just the two of us. And as a result, you know, normally you, if you have a day job, you put on your long pants in the morning and then you just wear those pants like it's like you're getting ready to go to work at 6 a.m. You put on your pants, you get to work, you wear the pants until you can leave work. You leave work at 5, you come home, you eat some dinner, and finally you take off your pants. I have these pants on. Every time I put on these pants, I have them on for about an hour and a half, and then I take them off. Which means I keep, and then I just go, these ain't dirty.
So, like when you come home from work, is it when you take those pants off, you put on your smoking jacket?
I put on my smoking jacket and an ascot. Yeah, and it's that quilty kind of smoking jacket. Yeah, and then I settle
ascot now doubles. You can pull it up over your
down. Right, and then I settle down in front of the fire in those slippers with a big book and that movie whiskey, which looks better than any real whiskey you ever had.
and your dog.
And my dog. Look, we're going to start with what we usually start with. Because it helps to get my fingers going, number one, and number two, it's appropriate for the season. into a plastic chair. He ain't going anywhere. That's Mr. Moisture. Trousers clinging to his thighs. There's droplets stinging in his eyes. He's a very sweaty guy. That's Mr. Moisture. He don't find the climate here desirable. That's because the atmosphere is often so perspirable. He's coated with a sticky slime. Sweat glands working overtime. He's pickled in his natural brine. That's Mr. Moisture. Mr. Moisture. That's Mr. Moisture. Sweat-soaked paper towels lying reams about. Exile in Siberia, well, that's something that he dreams about. He can't remember being dry. He's looking like he'd like to die. Do you think he's gonna liquefy? That's Mr. Moisture. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Joyce. Kate and Joyce are over there under the thing here. It's beautiful. And
We just need to point out, this is one of the rare occasions when we play with as many people in the audience as are in the band.
that's true. Normally, what we're trying to do also is recreate the experience you would have if you came to hear us pre-pandemic at the Neutral Ground in New Orleans, which is that we would show up late. We would not know what we were going to do. We would fuffle about in a way that would try the patience of even the most ardent fan. And then we will stumble through a few songs and chit-chat in between, as if mostly it was a social event where just the two of us were getting together to play a little music. So you're getting the full Neutral Ground experience here.
There's one thing we're leaving out.
David Laracini.
Well, there's two things we're leaving out.
What?
The coffee bean grinder.
Oh yeah, they have a coffee bean grinder that goes in the middle, and they also have there's a steam machine that's part of the espresso process that goes while you're trying to sing. Usually, when you're singing the saddest part of the quietest song or the quietest
They're
part.
also, they're missing gold.
Yeah, Dave, I didn't bring goldfish.
I didn't either.
There's a little snack called Pepperidge Farm goldfish, and they're Dave's favorite snack. to eat.
We're sponsored by Pepperidge Farm Goldfish.
We are. They are actually. We're an endorsee.
Pepperidge
We got
Farm,
the endorsement.
Pepperidge Farm are the only goldfish that we eat.
That's true. That's true. I wanted to show them this here. Hold on. Explain this.
What do you have?
Look at that.
What's that?
It's Harpo. It's Harpo. We
think of him as the third member of the band.
we think of Harpo as the silent member of the band. It's convenient. We do this thing. Not us. People all over the world do this thing where they kneel down to reform, restructure, reinvent culture in general, and police killing black people specifically. And so there's signs up that say Black Lives Matter, which people then sometimes yell out their cars at us saying all lives matter, which has occurred to me. It's as if you were walking across a desert and there was someone dying of thirst. And you said, this person needs water. And someone else said, well, everyone needs water. They're missing the point entirely. But one of the other things that got yelled at us was somebody.
Desert die?
No, because we would give them water.
Okay.
Somebody yelled at us that we were Marxists. So I have a Harpo shirt now.
Oh.
I know what kind of Marxist I am. Made me see red. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I hear your new man has a little gray ponytail, a big cowboy hat, and a new SUV. I assume then that he is a realtor or dentist with a whole lot more money than me. I would not be surprised if he had him a Harley to ride on the weekend in a black leather bag. You see, them are the types that take other men's women from the one that has loved you the best. You know what I'd like is a Tasty Freeze franchise. Tasty Freeze franchise would suit me just fine. Cause then I could have saucer whenever I want, and you would come home and be mine. Well, I knew I screwed up when I bought that four-wheeler. We had been saving up for a widescreen TV. Widescreen. But Johnny and Chris Giannini both had them. The only one left out with me. Well, you know what I like? Tasty Freeze franchise. Tasty Freeze franchise would suit me just fine. Cause then I could have saucer whenever I want, and you would come home and be mine. What do you think happens next in this song? What? I sing some more. You know, cowboy boats poop. You know, cowboy boats. You know, cowboy boots really ain't much good for walking, and a New Holland feed cap won't help a guy score. I have swapped out the porch lights, those compact fluorescents, but you still don't love me no more. Darling, I have been barred from the Family Dollar. I bumped into a shelf and I busted one cup. Now, when a man gets to where he can't go to the strip mall, he can't go much of no place but up. You know what I'd like? Tasty Freeze franchise, a Tasty Freeze franchise would suit me just fine. Cause then I could have saucer whenever I want, and you would come home and be mine. You know what I'd like? Tasty Freeze franchise, Tasty Freeze franchise would suit me just fine. Cause then I could have saucer whenever I want, and you would come home and be mine. Yeehaw! Thank you.
very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's a song about wanting a Tasty Freeze franchise, which for those of you there who are listening in another country, I'm told that there's a possibility that someone's listening in another country. Meine Cousinchen und seine Mann, which is, clown German. I'm sorry, but it's my cousin Katja and her husband Rich.
So
Would be incredible if they were listening from Cologne.
we should point out that song was a waltz. And the song before that was not a waltz.
Right.
Could be a two-step, if you're really pushing your luck. So that means this next song will not be a waltz. But then theoretically, the one after that should be a waltz. That's written into the South Louisiana performance contracts. It's kind of boilerplate down there. It's the first thing in the appendix. Everybody has to agree to that. However, we have a special dispensation from Billy Nungesser. He's the lieutenant governor, and he's in charge of culture and tourism. I got the card in my wallet from him that says we do not have to alternate two steps and waltzes.
Really?
Yeah, now of course it costs us a lot of money
Of
because
course.
that's the way it works in Louisiana.
Sure,
So we don't necessarily have to play a waltz after this next song.
That's great. Although we could if we wanted to, right?
If we wanted to. We have the card. We can do waltz, non-waltz.
I just burped. Hey, let's do po' boy on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Is that fun?
Yeah.
Is that a fun thing to do?
They're all fun, Dave. Especially
Hold on.
because I'm playing them with you.
Thank you, Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dave Thomas, the Bongos at 9. I'm Dave Malachar, the of Bongos at 9.
And the 9, it's our chorus behind us. They decided not to come because of COVID-19.
That's close enough.
Y'all, ladies auxiliary sewing circle.
Yeah,
over there.
the Bongos at 9 ladies auxiliary. Dave got bit by a fire ant earlier today. Those things are sons of bitches. But they are little flies that lay eggs in them, and then the little worm crawls up through the animal into its head and makes the ant go somewhere warm and moist, and then the ant's head drops off, and the ant's head forms the cocoon for the baby fly to mature while it eats what used to be the ant's brain. I know. It's great.
That's who we are, folks. What can I say?
Robert Anton Wilson would like that. He wrote a book called The Brain Parasites. I'm wearing, by the way, my brother gave me this hat. It's an Ohio motorcycle hat. Just thought I'd mention it.
Is Ohio known for its motorcycles?
Michael makes Ohio be known for its motorcycle.
Ah, okay.
What did I say we were going to do? Oh, yeah. Well, I met an old friend and I said, how's tricks? He said, can't afford to have no kicks. I'm all worn out, work week's done, and I got no money to have no fun. I said, hey man, that don't sound right. Well, it happens I'm stepping out tonight. Come along with me, and I'll show you how it's done. You gotta shine your shoes till they glow. Take your pains and carry a roll. Hit the street and then half the battle's won. Find yourself someplace to dance, and then there's a better than an even chance that a po' boy on a Friday night is gonna have some fun. Well, I took him to a little place down the street. There ain't no cover and drinks are cheap, but this is a cat who could not buy him a clue, cause he soon couldn't figure out what to do. So I bought him a beer and I found him a chair, and I said, man, why don't you just sit right there, keep your eye on me, try not to miss your cue. You gotta shine your shoes until they glow. Take your pain, sing, carry your roll. Hit the street and then the battle's won. Find yourself some place to dance, and then there's a better than an even chance that a po' boy on a Friday night is gonna have some fun. Genuine calf skinhead saxophone solo. Well, the music sounded good to me. It was just saxophone and drums and a Hammond B3. I was talking to folks I hadn't seen for days when Bob Blonde Betty caught my gaze, and I said, hey baby, you're looking fine. I said, how'd you like to meet an old friend? friend of mine, and I called him over, and then I just got out of the way. Hey, you gotta shine your shoes until they glow. Take your pay and sing, carry a roll. Here's the scream and the happy, the battle's won. Find yourself someplace to dance, and then there's better than an even chance at a po' boy on a Friday night. You're gonna have some fun. Got to find yourself someplace to dance, and then there's better than an even chance at a po' boy on a Friday night. You're gonna have some fun. That a po' boy on a Friday night is gonna have some fun. Thank you. Thank you. That's a song about going out to a place where there's beer and listening to live music and dancing, something that someday people may be able to do again.
I hear to that.
And some people are doing it now, but I recommend against it. Not because it could kill you, but because it could kill your grandpa when you go home. Think about that. Well, yeah, but I don't care about them. I care about the abuelos. I'm going to read the guitar here. I have the songs are written on this thing. I used to have them written smaller. They're big now, so we have to do fewer songs. Because I have to write them with a big Sharpie. I used to write them with like a little ballpoint pen. I could write.
My God!
You could write all these songs on there.
We know where Trump got it from. Then.
Sure, that big Sharpie. Yeah.
He's an aging musician.
He's an aging something.
He said something bad underneath his breath, by the way.
You can hear if you watch baseball now. Katie noticed this when Gino Gonzalez was pitching. There's no crowd noise. It's artificial crowd noise. And Gino Gonzalez almost beamed a pitcher. Almost beamed a batter. And the pitch didn't go where he wanted it to go. And Gino Gonzalez, the pitcher, said, "Fuck," because apparently these guys are cussing all the time while they're playing a baseball, but you normally can't hear it. But now, yeah. Fuck. Which is what I'd say if I almost killed somebody with a 92 mile an hour pitch. I mean, I would feel bad about it. Especially if you don't get the strike.
Right.
Yeah, we have.
I drink a lot of fluids because it's warm here.
Yeah,
Let's do another song.
It's a little sultry.
Yeah. Normally, there's more amusing interplay with the audience. But like I say, Kate and Joyce are over there, and they got their own thing going on. I can't see you or hear you. That's why I said feel free to call.
There's no amusing
at any point
with the audience because there's no audience.
The thing is, one guy who's always in the audience at the Neutral Ground is David Laracini, who's also, I believe, my Facebook friend. And I sent this out to Facebook. Even though this is YouTube, and we're on YouTube because so many friends and relatives think Facebook is evil and creepy.
But you have smart friends.
I do. I have smart friends and relatives. And so I said, well, we'll do it on YouTube, which is, I don't know why it's not evil and creepy.
It's less evil.
Less evil and creepy. But I told all the stupider friends and family members who are on Facebook, who I assume are stupider, if the other ones are
evil.
Smarter. Or they're the evil ones, my friend. Anyway, David Laracini may be watching. And if that's true, David, hi. And also, I owe you a Coca-Cola because I always get David Laracini a Coca-Cola. Or routinely do that.
Deserves.
Want to do F whole Silvertone?
Sure.
Should we start together?
I don't remember. There's only two of us, so it doesn't much matter.
No, it doesn't. Just as long as you don't start later, but then start at the beginning.
Right.
Because that would be crazy.
Oh, no,
that would be sick.
And then if I started later, and then if I ended later.
Yeah, because you were not playing the same part of the song.
Right, but we owe that to people that I owe them all the measures of the song. So
that's
somehow
true.
I have to maybe I'll just play faster in the middle.
That's a good. You always do.
See, now you know why. It's not just a bad drummer; it's a bad drummer and I want to give them full value.
My God, hold on. I have to get a glass of water. David, say something.
Hi, people. We are so happy to have you here. That's the assumption, of course, is that you're actually here.
Well, those of them who are, and we have no way of knowing.
It's harder to tell on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is Waterloo brand sparkling water, grapefruit flavored.
Ooh, it's good.
Once again,
Is this the ruby red?
yeah, and
It's
they
really
endorse us. We're an endorsee rather, and they provide us with free fizzy. They don't, do they?
No, we had to pay for that, but we got it at Costco, so it's pretty cheap. So we're semi-endorsed.
I would like to have sponsors. That would be really fun, especially if they were really inexpensive sponsors.
Mhm.
Like somebody got mentioned on our little streaming thing for giving us a 12-pack of fizzy water.
I tell you who I want.
I can give you the.
Necco wafers. Necco,
Oh,
if you're out there,
man.
you as a sponsor.
The New England Candy Company.
I bought some today. I had to buy them because you're not yet our sponsor.
What's the O stand for?
Company.
Oh.
Company, CO. New England Candy Company, NECCO.
Oh, they are.
They are just great. They're like eating sweet, flat chalk,
What did somebody say? Sheetrock?
but in a good way. Like, yeah, it is.
Well, I love them.
It's-
This is not a disparaging description. I love them.
Yeah, no, it is the world's best gypsum-based snack.
Right.
My dad likes all foods. Let's do a song my dad wrote first.
Okay.
My dad and his partner Jimmy Testa wrote this song in 1957. They cut it on the Kendall Sisters and sold the master, and it was a minor hit. He then cut a cover of his own song with another artist and sold it to a different record label. This is true. It's not much of a song, and I only remember 2 verses. So one kiss. No. 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 Baby, I love you so. Come close. No. 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 Baby, I love you so. It goes on like that. There's a
There's a big
I'll learn it better.
break,
there is a
dance
saxophone break. This was when my dad was in the music business, and I don't want to disparage any particular ethnic group when I describe them as possibly aligned with criminal elements. Mostly because I don't want to wake up with a horse's head in my bed some night. But suffice it to say that my father's partners in this recording / music business, where they tried to have hit records, were named, and I'm not lying, Joe Petito, Vic Salupo, and Jimmy Testa.
Oh,
Huh? Huh?
yeah.
Yeah. No, these were great guys, and it was all very much above board, and they were like uncles to me.
So, speaking of the music business,
Yeah.
we are lobbying
Oh, yeah.
to have, there's a park in our neighborhood called Palmer Park,
Palmer Park.
named for an old racist segregationist slave promoter.
Joseph Benjamin Palmer. What a dick. Just, that guy was a dick.
And we'd like to have it rebranded for Earl Palmer, because Earl Palmer is an underappreciated New Orleans musician, drummer specifically. And he is credited with essentially creating rock and roll drumming. And it's a little bit of an exaggeration, not a lot. Robert Palmer, music critic, maybe 1990, he basically said that's what Earl Palmer
Earl
did.
Palmer did.
He straightened out the 8th notes for you that are looking to be technical.
So instead of a papata, it went.
Right.
So
And he did that right over on Rampart Street at J&M Studios with Cosmo Matassa and Dave Bartholomew's band, basically. And then he went out to the West Coast in the late 50s, 1957, and he played on everybody's record.
it was him or Hal Blaine. They
Him
were
or
two
Hal Blaine,
brothers.
basically. And the reason he didn't play on more records is because he was getting all this film and television work.
Yeah.
So all those film scores and all those TV scores.
When I saw them.
Dave just told me he's on one-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people
Purple
eater,
People Eater. That is
and
Earl
on
Palmer.
almost every Beach Boy hit.
She was so
Kooky, lend me your comb.
practiced.
That is Earl
By
Palmer playing the
Ed
drums.
Kooky Burns with 2 Ds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like she was
Yeah,
So-
actually, Hal Blaine did more of the Beach Boys stuff, but Earl Palmer did some of it. What's the one? Please Let Me Wonder. Maybe that's
Is that
Earl
him?
Palmer.
Okay.
I think so.
Said,
Monkeys.
you know,
Doris Day.
Doris Day.
Played for Doris Day. Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
Let me see. Who
So-
was the, Walter Brennan. He played on a Walter Brennan single.
Hey, here's a question. Did you ever get bit by a dead bee? To have not. We should do another song. So anyway, and the thing is that it's because the old guy's name is Palmer, and the person it's a cash-strapped city during a time of cash strappage, but it's Palmer Park, and it could stay Palmer Park and just needs to be rededicated, which means with a stroke of a pen, the city council of New Orleans could right a historic wrong and make a lot of people real happy.
And we could have a festival out there every year to him. There's plenty of room. October 25th is his birthday. October 25th is also the birthday of, hello, my wifely person over there.
Who's October 25th? It's her birthday?
No, it's not her birthday.
Is it your birthday? Your birthday is the 11th of
It's
October, isn't it?
Sarah Cannon, who we know better as, hello, Joyce.
I'm sorry.
Who's Sarah Cannon?
Who is Sarah Cannon?
Yeah.
What's her face? Minnie Pearl.
Minnie Pearl.
Minnie
is also
Pearl?
born on October 25th.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He's got a hospital named after him.
I'm not at home
I work for Sarah
watching our presentation on my computer, but my guess is that the following thing has happened. This is a lot like some very, very boring neighbors have come over to your house. They are sitting on the sofa and they won't shut up and they won't leave.
No, it's okay. Stick around because later we have slides of our vacation.
That's right.
Oh, wait a minute. We went on a vacation. Did you go without me?
We went to
No,
Pennsylvania.
we went on a vacation.
Pennsylvania. We went to Pennsylvania. The little town of Faber-Castell in Pennsylvania.
So stick around. It gets better. We have slides.
I feel really terrible about singing my dad's song now, and also so it's called Earl Palmer Park. Earl Palmer Park. If you search for Earl Palmer Park on the internet, you will find it either on Facebook, which will guide you to the change.org petition, or you can just go to change.org. And everybody should sign this because it'd just be cool to have Palmer Park be Palmer Park.
For the right.
For the right guy instead of this dick. Because it's like having Hitler Park. I mean, it's stupid.
We don't want Adolf Hitler. We want Bob Hitler.
Adolf Hitler Park. Yeah, Bob.
Most people don't know he was a big studio.
Our
musician.
friend, our mutual friend, JP, Jim Price, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, went to high school with a guy named Peter Hitler.
Oh.
And he didn't change his name. He just said, you can't do that because all the people in the world named Joseph Stalin, they don't change their names.
No, they got killed by the other Joseph
People
Stalin.
named Satan, wait.
Could
Look, what did I say I was going to do?
It wasn't the walls because
No.
we have the dispensation.
I wish. I mean, I know that's all.
Let's do F whole Silvertone. That's what I said.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. My first guitar was an F hole Silvertone. Bought it at the Sears about a mile from my home. Sitting in the bedroom, banging on the G chord. Everybody said, "What you wanna do that for?" My little brother had a banjo, we sit up all night, laughing like fools. If we got something right, it took about 2 hours to tune my guitar. About 2 minutes to play the whole repertoire. Daddy didn't make it my first guitar from an old cigar box and made and wine. On the big cat from my aspirin jar. Well, Somehow I got into a country band. All the beer we could drink and $7 a man. I played pointy little short scale bass from Sweden. Drank a lot of beer just trying to break even. Daddy didn't make me my first guitar. I never got lucky in the South Side bar. I have only been getting from my aspirin joint. 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 Well, this guy from Texas had a big blonde K. Gave him $300 and I carried it away. Spent the next 5 years in a red Dodge van. Slapping that K, I shook Bill Monroe's hand. Daddy didn't make him my first guitar. I never drank white lightning from a whole fruit jar. I have only pick a cannon from an aspirin jar. Only pick a cannon from an aspirin jar. I have only pick a cannon from an aspirin jar. Only pick a cannon from an aspirin jar. From my torn up fingers to my worn out back, I feel like I've been hauling around 11-foot sack. I've seen more fights than a fifth grade teacher, and I've been to more weddings than a Mormon preacher. Daddy didn't make him my first guitar. I'll never see his big time, never be a big star. I have only pick a cannon from my aspirin jar. 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 Up in the bedroom, banging on a G chord. Everybody say, what you wanna do? Thank you. Thank you so much.
We have to do a shout out to Pete Rose.
Oh yeah, hey Peter.
He's up in New York City. He's a guitar
Is he
player.
in New York City or upstate New York somewhere?
I think it's New York City. but
Really?
I don't. Pete,
Hi,
if
Peter.
you're there, correct us if we're wrong. 'Cause
Or just tell us how you're doing.
right before the pandemic hit, we started playing these songs with Pete
Man, oh man, that was fun, huh?
because Dave is a bass player, a very good bass player.
I'm an adequate bass player. And David here, the other Dave in Bongos at 9, actually also plays a whole drum set. We're actually a pretty good rhythm section. So we had this guitar player. Our guitar players, and I say this with utter confidence, keep moving really fairly long distances to keep from working with us. I'm starting to detect a pattern. Our previous guitar player has actually moved to an offshore island to avoid us. An offshore island.
And that does he have like assets in a
Offshore
trust?
Well, it's just all islands are offshore islands if you think about it.
Oh,
By
yeah.
definition.
Are they equidistant from each other?
Yes, they are.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, they are.
So we were having some fun rehearsing these songs and playing them as a trio with Pete on guitar. Excellent guitar player.
Nice guy.
Nice guy. Excellent guitar player. Just, a joy to play with. And we had our first gig booked. And guess what happened?
What was the date? Was it April 21st?
I'm going to say March 20th.
March
maybe?
20th, March 21st. We're going to be up in Abita Springs
That's what I thought.
at the place where they make Abita Amber and the other Abita beers at the inn of that brewery. We had a gig lined up.
And something bad happened.
A bad thing happened.
So we played back here a few times for webcast, but no, Pete has gone up to New York. We hope temporarily.
We think it's temporary.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
Pete, come back. We love you. Don't stay up there.
Yeah.
So you guys read, don't you?
Yeah, they're dirty with guitarists up there. They don't.
And
All
we
right.
appreciate you.
So here's what I'm thinking, Dave. It's almost 7:30. We should do one more.
I don't know. Let's ask our audience. You want us to play some more? Oh, man, I'm not hearing them resounding.
And the reason I want to do that is, the old vaudeville people used to hate television for the same reason. You work until you have a 20-minute perfect act down, and if you're in vaudeville, you can then tour around for 30 years until you're old enough to retire, doing that 20 minutes over and over. Or you can do it once on national television.
Oh, and then you're done.
And you're screwed. I would like to not do every song we know, because I would like to do this again.
Well, we're probably pretty close anyway.
We're seriously, we have about 15, maybe 20 songs which I've written over the past decades of my life. I don't have time to write another set.
Although we do occasionally do covers. Record the Old 97.
Oh, you're right. Okay, let's do two songs, because we'll do Wreck the Old 7, and then we'll do.
Okay. Right, that's
then we'll
good.
do
That's
Too
a
Cool
song
to
worth
Dance.
doing.
Because I feel like we should almost. Yeah, I think we should always close with Too Cool to Dance.
It's a good song to close with.
He likes Too Cool to Dance because it has extensive bongo solos. So you're ready for Wreck the Old 97, right?
Oh, man, I have to expose myself to a high risk situation
Well, they gave him his orders at Monroe, Virginia, saying, Steve, you're way behind time. This is not 38, but she's old 97. You must put her in Spencer on time. It's a mighty rough road from Lynchburg to Danville. It's a climb on a 3-mile grade. It was on that road that he lost his air brakes. You can see the jump that he made. Yeah. Railroad noises. Well, he turned and he said to his tired and greasy fireman, tired and greasy fireman, let's shovel on a little more coal. And when we cross that wide old mountain, you will watch old 97 roll. Well, it came round the bend, doing 90 miles an hour. The whistle broke into a scream. They found him in the wreck with his hand on the throttle. He'd been scalded to death by the steam. Now, ladies, take heed. You better take fair warning on this one thing and learn. Never speak harsh words to your true love and husband. He may leave you and never return. That song is based, I think, on a 1912 railroad disaster that really happened.
So we got to talk about that song as storytelling.
That song is story, and here's the thing: I believe that, like a lot of rail lines, and I could be wrong, and somebody can check that for me, part of our staff, or one of you people at home, assuming anybody's watching, could check it. But it's my impression that you can actually ride your bike because, roadbed turns is a great. It's already level. It's already flattened, it's packed down, and it's relatively level. Anyway, you can actually ride your bike past the place where the train jumped the track.
So what's great storytelling about that is it's like a good short story, and then it gets to the essence of the story right away. First verse, you find out this train jumped the tracks. Right?
Yeah.
You don't waste any
No.
time.
No. In the first verse, you find out that he's late.
No.
Gave him his orders at Monroe, Virginia, saying, Steve, you're way behind time. See?
And then where's
This is not 38. She's the old 97. You must put her into Spencer on time.
Yeah, you're
No,
right.
you
It's
don't
the
know what's
second
going to happen.
verse.
You don't get
No,
told
it's the second
the train's
verse.
going to
You're
wreck
right.
later on. And you don't find out that he's scalded to death by the steam till a lot later when you
Right,
already
but
have.
it's not the scalding of steam. It's you can see where they say where he missed the turn. What's the
Yeah.
line?
Oh. You can see where that was on this road that he lost his air brakes. You
Right.
can see the jump that he made.
Right.
Yes.
So they
You're absolutely right.
they
So it
tell you
hasn't
that
happened. They're telling you.
right
So you're
away.
anticipating.
Right. Right.
Lost his air brakes because air brakes are how you
And
stop a train.
And it's Steve. It's Steve. What a great name. It's not quite kind of a stereotypical name. But
No, it's not. His name's not Big John.
Right.
His name's Steve. They gave him his orders in Monroe, Virginia, saying, Steve, you're way behind time.
And then in the
Hey,
end,
Steve.
and then in the end, you find out the song is really not about a train jumping the track. It's about appreciating your loved one.
That's exactly what the song turns out to be about.
This is a story. This is a great story.
Never.
Well crafted.
Never speak harsh words to your true loving husband. He may leave you and never return. Like Steve, who was scalded to death by the steam, which is really sad.
I mean, this is such an iconic song. I think we should form a band and name our songs after it.
Like the old 97s?
Yeah, that'd be a great name.
It'd be a great band name, yeah. That'd be a clever band name. Good idea, Dave.
I'm full
What
of them.
happened to Spin
Not
Cycle?
necessarily the original source.
We may yet be called Spin Cycle. Look at me in my leather coat, tiny little shades, skinny little coat, shiny little shoes, great big pants. Wouldn't you know I'm too cool to dance, too cool to dance. I'm too cool to dance. Well, I look so good in my mohair suit. They had to study me at an institute. When they did research that was so advanced. The results came back, he's too cool to dance, too cool to dance. I'm too cool to dance, too cool to dance. I'm too cool. She wore platform shoes. She could barely walk. The way she snapped her gum, she could make it talk. She gave me a look, just a sidelong glance, and I knew that chick was too cool to dance, too cool to dance. She's too cool to dance, too cool to dance, too cool. Well, cool. We're too cool to dance. I'm too cool. She's too cool. We're too cool to dance. I'm too cool. She's too cool. We're too cool to dance. I'm too cool. She's too cool. My baby's too cool to dance. Look at me in my leather coat, tiny little shades, skinny little boat, shiny little shoes, skinny little pants. Wouldn't you know I'm too cool to dance? I'm too cool to dance. 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 Yeah, we are. Bongos at 9. This is Dave Thomas. I'm Dave Malachar. Thank you so much for your kind attention. And if you get a chance, Earl Palmer Park, it would make an enormous difference. It would make a minor difference, really. It'd still be Palmer Park. Let me figure out how to turn this off.
Thank you all for coming.
Yes, thank you, Paul.
If you did, assuming you did.
David, did you see that I sent you that